Wassail, beautiful pilgrims. It's so far away I can't see. So, welcome, Wassail. I'm wanting to head off to Wales tomorrow, and I have no money, but I'm still going to try and do it. So I'm doing some personal readings, and you beautiful subscribers can send me some money and it will help me to get to Wales. I'm going kind of in search of the red dragon of Wales, and just being called. So that's the journey. Wassail, Golden Naga Muse. Welcome to being the first person here. I'm gonna start with a general reading before I do the personal readings. Let's see if anyone wants one. So I want to look, not with that deck, I want to look at today's full moon because it's a really, really massive, important full moon. It's the lowest for 18 years and it's the lowest that the moon will be for another 18 years. So it's a really significant energy. It's also causing a lot of bloating and swelling in people. And it's linked really strongly to its new moon in Cancer in 2 weeks, which has this triple conjunction frequency. And that is going to be the really big sublime moon. So I want to ask firstly just what's this moon up to? Hello 7 other people, it's really nice to have you here, thank you. So what's Wassail again? Oh, how do you donate? See, I'm rubbish at this, aren't I? There are links in the description box. One is a PayPal account and the other is a GoFundMe account. PayPal's quicker because I can access that money immediately. GoFundMe can take up to a week to arrive, but either will get there eventually. So thank you. Oh my gosh, your life. Just keep sending the abundance. And hiya, Holly Wassail, beautiful Holly. I'm so tired as well. It's this moon. It feels like it's swelling my eyeballs out of my eye sockets. So this moon, this full moon is just coming up over the horizon here, over the sea, but I can't see it because I'm sitting here with you in the next 40 minutes or so. The cards are saying absolutely nothing, but we'll get there. We will get there. Ooh, had a little one spun them, but nothing fell. Holly, if I'm rubbish, will you keep an eye if you stay for a bit on anyone that might ask for a reading? So, Birthing Instinctual Trust, Youth Orchestra. I don't know why, but that is giving me a really strong energy of Cancer. Oh, thank you, Carol Witmore. Yeah, there's lots of stone circles and things in Wales, and I have been there before, but I feel like I've got to go and search out the red dragon. So this is the sacral, the balm of unyielding contractions. Yeah, this feels really much, yes, it's the direction towards the new moon on the 25th after solstice. So we've got solstice to get through. But this is really feeling like the energy of this last contraction to just push all of the rubbish all of the rubbish that has been our entire lives out of our system. It's time. Thank you so much, Holly. Because I lost my paper and pens and so many other things when I was travelling back here. And I just let go, but I haven't quite had enough to go out and get some more. I think it's a fear of losing more. I feel like there's still a shedding process going on. But yes, so tomorrow I'm going to set off for Wales. Well, Sarah, the thing is, I'll be really honest with you. You can have a question. It's whether it will answer it. Because sometimes Spirit kind of just says, there's something else I want to tell you. But you can ask a question. Wassail, greet the golden. And, oh, you PayPal'd me. Oh, okay, thank you. I will start with you. Holly. Golden Age Muse has PayPal'd me. I'm not asking you to check that because you can't. And I don't check. I do it all in trust. Oh, look. Instinctual trust. I trust. So, what do I want to say about this card? This is to do with this moon in Sagittarius, but it's really talking about a trust, a level of trust. Extract, remove, because full moons are endings. But one of the things that people also forget is full moons have the power to be the birthing of something new. So it's kind of, all phases of the moon have dual purpose. Fabulous, Holly, thank you. So this is the mother of all. This is the Hawaiian goddess of creation. And it's generating timeless, unseasonal harvest. That's exactly what I'm saying. This energy is here as a full moon release, but it's the contraction that's taking us towards the new moon triple conjunction in Cancer. So a couple more cards and then I'll move on to starting personal readings. And look, people, you will get energies from people's personal readings because there are archetypal energies that concern us all, but they just help individuals to see their path. Oh, you see, look. This is really interesting. So, yes, it's saying trine and Libra, 7 and 60. But what I'm really seeing is how it's talking about the 7th of July when Gaia, Uranus, will move into Gemini. So there's something about this trining frequency building up between Pluto, Uranus. It's not coming through. What's going to be in Libra? Mars. So there's this energy of this trining. It's the beginning of the building of this kite. If you go back to look at that reading I did about Soldier Mars. Yeah, do you know what? I'm hoping it's about love. I haven't for a long time with the readings, but just recently and just a little bit of a nudge throbbing in my heart. So, yes. So that's 2. So, where are we going with this? So here we have Scorpio, deep X-ray diving, subwoofer speakers. Oh, there's 3. Look, if it gets too much and I can't get them all done today, if there's like 7 or 8, because you're very beautiful people making the donations, I will continue to do them on the journey. So wherever we get near to Wales tomorrow, perhaps I can do one there. That's interesting that you've got that kite, but I'll come to it in a minute. Remind me in a moment. Let's just quickly finish this moon frequency. So what was coming through here is actually House Scorpio. This notion of the subwoofer speaker, redeeming core essentials, like remembering things, a kind of separation to undo, to find new solutions. But I was getting this energy of, this is where Pluto has a frequency in Aquarius that's moving here, that's trying to suggest, what are you at odds with? What's a quincunx with you? What do you need to transform? Oh, Wassail Sea Mystics Lighthouse. I haven't noticed you since Mexico, and that was a while back. A very strong memory of doing a reading for you there. And this is where Mars will actually arrive in Scorpio the day after the eclipse tunnel ends, and we move to the equinox. Yeah, this is just a little, I was just looking at the moon because it's just coming up. So there's a level of trust from Haumea to bring these on seasonal harvests. There's this energy of the full moon, keeping that trust, just trying to walk in trust. Look, you will have slip-ups, you will have moments when people try to burst your bubble. Let them burst the bubble, but know that they're sticking the pin in their own bubble of disbelief. Keep your bubble going. Don't let anyone else's thoughts. Keep that bubble for 2 weeks, work. Then just settle into this notion that this wonderful harmonious frequency, this triple point paragon energy, which is when everything reaches a perfect moment to transform, all this melodious comfort will come into being, and just keep marching towards this notion that Mars is heading towards, on the 1st of October, releasing the soldier and becoming ready. No, it's not. It's on another date, because Mars gets there. You'll have to look at that video, but it is to do with changing from soldier Mars to farmer Mars as we reach the equinox, and that's the point that we enter Libra. But it's to do with him arriving in Scorpio as the sun enters Libra. Really big transformation on these energies. I will be doing a reading properly on this fabulous, amazing triple conjunction new moon between the sun, the moon and Jupiter that is due on the 25th. 25th. So I'm going to begin the first personal reading. I have to go back, Wassail nourish. Sorry, I'm putting a great big finger over the Golden Age Mystic. Here we go. Golden Age Mystic. So, you had a kite, you said. Yeah, well, there's a couple of grand trines coming. So there's a grand fire trine that's coming very imminently today, now. And it's with the moon. And it's the beginning of a transformation where we build a new kite to fly into the future. That we need to all remember that all of the big generational planets have never in our lifetimes, and for a very long time, all moved the whole of humanity into new houses so quickly, within a couple of years of each other. Huge frequency of transformation. And so what's happening between now with the grand fire trine that's just happening almost now is it's got to transform into a grand air trine, that Libra trine that was just there. And that's to build the new kite. So let's get your first card. Let's get your first cards, plural. Ooh. So first, ooh. So these are the first two that I saw. I mean, amazing I feel like there's new emotions to be spoken that you're going to be drawing in from your divine higher frequencies. That's really what's coming through here. Amalgamation is house 7. It will be different for everyone, but in terms of generationally, it's seen as Libra. This water is the emotional sluice gates. There's a clarity to this, an empathic deluge. It's almost like your higher self is about to, I want to say bolt onto you, but before they bolt onto you, okay, wow, you've got a lot of grand trining going on. And I know it's a trine when it's this way, but this is a downpouring of melodious, empathic frequencies. I want to say like cleaning up some kind of, I'm seeing the energy of an amethyst cave with huge rocks. And it's almost like there's an altar in there, and there's a version of you on that altar, and your divine higher self is singing, is shining, is pushing energy through the amethysts into you, and somehow this energetic version of you is kind of, you are the deluge. There's some divine aspect of you that is going to deluge down on you. And then down on the floor, almost not yet in your reach, this is what you're being given. You're being given a new spiritual identity, a masterclass in energetic, I was going to say appreciation, but it's got something more to, it's core magic. It's not appreciation, it's a remembrance. You see, I'm being shown this visual, all this energy coming through these amethyst walls in this cave, and then it's awakening some sleeping aspect, and then it's like this sacred wisdom is stored in this galactic, almost like a chrysalis, but it's not going to emerge as a butterfly. It's going to emerge as this watery deluge. There's something in this frequency where this energy of you is holding. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that you are this non-dancing, this static version of you that's about to awaken is holding sacred knowledge, secret wisdom, but there's a real energy of this is not something that you will freely share, but discreetly. You're going to be, you see, I don't want to say upgraded, because it's not that you're downgraded now. You're just going to have a greater archive available to you. And this is North Node. And this is, I think, the really interesting part at the moment. I think we've reached a point in our spiritual awakenings where we're moving from being wounded to being healed, switching from South Nodal gifts to North Nodal. So at the moment, the nodes are in Pisces, but it's this really strong frequency to do with this Virgo cave, this Janus Geminis, this eclipse tunnel that comes between the 7th and the 21st of September. It's almost like, you know, I want to say at first it's like this energetic crystal form of you, it's almost like a little music box, but it's huge. And at first, it's just spinning. It's kind of awakening, and then whatever position it's in, slowly it moves slowly. This is not something that's rapid, but there is something really rapid about the emotional frequency that's coming down towards you. But at first, it feels like this could only happen now that they've moved. Yeah, that I can believe. I can really believe, because I think that was to do with a lack of clarity, a mist, a fog because of Neptune, and before that, Pluto being in Capricorn. They've been really tricky years, but the point of them is that they were the visible silence, they were the sacred trampoline, they were the learning curve, because without the static, you can be ecstatic. So house 7 is unions, and house 12 is core magic. See, that's what's coming. You're beginning a new union with your core magic, a forgotten frequency. So let's have a look at the Liffruma. So 144 is what's coming out immediately. You've got Perth and you've got Os. Now, this is to have a cosmic surge, and that's this energy of the empathic deluge that's coming down. But this is talking here about moving into the energy where this consciousness that comes down to strike you, this empathic deluge, is pure source. It's sacred wisdom. But I want you to imagine it as like water bubbling, gushing out, gushing. They're saying you have to say gushing because it's going to be quite powerful. Gushing from a rock and creating a brook or a stream, and the stream gathers strength and grows into a river, and then this energy carries down to the ocean, the cosmic ocean, the Akashic earth records. It's a new connection, but the point is that where the fresh water meets the salt water is in alchemy. That's the process of materializing the magic, fixing the thing in. The salt is needed. So I would definitely recommend salt bathing, whether that be in the sea, in your bath, in the build up to the eclipse tunnels, the moon door and the sun door, the moon being total, the sun being partial, in September 7th to the 21st. And then the day after, you're going to know a lot more. That's what's coming through here. So let's get a couple of ceramics. So, oh look, it's so gorgeous. So on this card we're talking core magic, secret wisdom, archivist material. You've got the Rune. Thank you. This is the Rune. This is the warp and weft behind everything in the cosmos. This is pure love, but it's also magic. This is where all the magic lies, because all the runes are hidden in this rune. And then look, it's your destiny, Yor. Yor is the point on the pathway where the destiny has always been fated to be found. Yes, salt scrubs. If you do a salt scrub, right, you can have a shower, put some oils, scented oils in the salt scrub, have a shower, turn the shower off, get the salt scrub out of the oily, rub it all over you, all over your skin, and then when you turn the shower back on, it hurts. It really hurts, but it's so good. So yes, this destiny, 4028, 14. You see, it's interesting because 14 to me is dragon frequency, cosmic dragon frequency. So I've got Jessie's Goodfellows Garden because I just thought it would be nice to just see where her lovely little deck wants to point us. Well, it's soon. It feels like your path really opens up. I would say it will begin on the 25th. So, for you, this is about moon cycles. So, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, just three more cycles to some kind of huge empathic deluge. I would say practice less acknowledgement of the side of the moon, the face of the moon, Selene side that we see. Focus your frequency on the dark side of the moon, because on the new moon, that's when the dark side of the moon, although we don't see it, is the most illuminated. And that's the dark moon Lilith side. That's our true lost powers, the real strength. And that's where the energy of gaining a new energetic appreciation hides. And you need to get that sweet point where the dark side of the moon and the sun face each other. So that was your message. What have we got here? Wassail, Thanos, you have your dragon in base chakra. I would also say with dragons, there's a general message at the moment. Dragons somehow need to, well, that's interesting. They're saying need to feed inside the inner earth. That's interesting. So any dragons you have, let them go into the inner earth, which is kind of like earth star chakra, depending on the name you call it, or agata. I think they just need to pop in there every now and then. Yes, it's that amethyst cave of yours. So, Holly Wassail, Professor Greenleaf. It's really quite warm in here. I think I might have to see, one sec. Oh, otherwise I'm going to have to strip off. It's getting so warm. So, who's next? Is it a Sarah or Holly? Sorry. Carol Witmore, you are next. To people, if you have donated, and I don't get time to do this evening because it's quite late already here, I will at each stop-off point begin to catch up. It always worries me. Because I start to do them and I think I'm going to do short readings, and I'm not very good at short reading. So, yeah, Wales, we need to go to Wales. Yes, black dragons in the inner earth. I think that, although I see Poemander as magenta, Poemander, I think, appeared to Hermes Trismegistus as a black dragon, because I think it was representing shadow polarity in the 3D world. So Carol, let's just give the cards a wee rifle. So musical alchemy of astrology. What would you like to share with Carol? Oh, Carol, and that flicked up and then tried to hide. It feels like that's the story. There's a cosmic loom, the Philosopher's Stone. I am body, I am soul. So there's something here where there's an expansion is needed. So mind, body and spirit is how we think of things, but the Philosopher's Stone is asking you to think about mind and spirit being your galactic consciousness, linking in to the 3D physical cells, and then body and biome. That's a really key message. So this is the prima materia, all elements to be alchemized. There's something psychic archivist about this, bit sapphire and steel coming through, elemental frequencies, ready to walk a new path, divinely woven and spiritually stitched. I want to say at a point, Carol, where like a cognitive dissonance or opposing spiritual ideologies are beginning to merge as one. So that image of, it's almost like there's slices of an apple and they're laid out in front of you and they're all pieces, but actually you can build them all back together and it still forms a perfect whole. Somehow this is a philosophical apple. I mean, you know, we go back to the story of Adam and Eve and the importance of an apple, the apple that he took. There's something here about, I feel that sometimes you're being scolded inappropriately, being in childhood maybe being told off, and yet in your mind you're like, no, but I chose to do that. I wanted to taste the apple. Do not tell me I can't do something, because that will make me do it. And that's a really important thing, to not be led. So what else? I just sneak up because I do forget to notice what people are saying. Larissa, I don't know if you can be added. Holly's got a list. I don't know how many people have asked, but I'm really, really honoured that you do ask. Thank you so much. Because, you know, I've got to get to Wales and I've got to pay for somewhere to stay. Yeah, I think you've got this. That's the fact. When it came, it flew up and it flashed back down into the pack, but stuck out. I feel like you've had flashes of this knowledge. This is see, I want to say ancient wizardry. And wizardry, male or female, you know, all of that kind of energy. There's something about the oldest sacral cycle. I feel like you've done this before. So, we have some more here. Wow, looky here. See, look, here is soot. So, this is the prima material. Okay, this is the prima material. This is the massa confusa. These two cards go together. They're 76 and 77. But this card's been coming out a lot recently as representing all of the available materials, atomic, I think it says that on it, hang on. The limitless atomic void, carnal cosmic cycles, the material potential of creative chaos. It will feel very much as though there is a kind of chaotic energy around you and you have to become Carol the Eye of the Storm. You've done this before though. And all of the chaos rolls around you and then it's literally, oh my God, I've just seen the next two cards. This is big, Carol. So you push out and you draw in the soot. Imagine the soot as aether, creation aether, and it's like being a sculptor. So if you think of when they take a block of marble and they chisel down on the block of marble to see the form of what's hidden within the marble, they search the marble to shape and work out how they're going to cut into it. This is the reverse. This is like there's just marble dust and you take the marble dust and you resurrect it in some way, but it's almost like it's a potter's wheel, like this atomic possibilities you're sculpting with it. And look, this is what's so funny. I talked about the apple and Adam and Eve. You've got Dark Moon Lilith. Dark Moon Lilith was Adam's first wife. So God takes some earth and creates Adam, and then God takes some earth and he creates Lilith. And then they say to Lilith, you need to do everything Adam says. And she's like, F you. We're either equal or I'm not playing. And then she flees to the Red Sea and God sends angels to tempt her back. And she refuses. And so she was then demonized. But she is the dark side of the moon. She is the true power within all beings. But she's the power that is hidden from us, that we're told to be ashamed of. Wow, 7 a.m. So this is your sovereign soul is coming through. And what's also wowing me with this is that we have Hygeia. Now, Hygeia, can you see, has got all of these kind of like cells, but it's also its biome. But this is also the fungus among us. This is the harmony of the mycelium. So this is the highest hive mind in the physical world. Sorry, I'm going to... I have a little bit of a pause moment, just... Because when I reach out to the harmony of the mycelium, it's always really big messages. And the fact that you've got... I've never had these two cards come out together. And then the idea of having the power of your soul, your truth, your cosmic soul, out with the harmony of the mycelium, the fungus among us, the bacteria, time itself is running through this. Just have to calm down slightly. I'm gonna get some runes on this. Okay, so there's air movement. So this is being like, I think you're being asked. I think you're being watched. I think you're being encouraged by this harmony of mycelium. But there's something you have to do, which is, it's like they want you to do something. They want you to make something. That's what it is. They want you, you're known as some kind of like, to them, you're a cosmic potter. And they want you to make something. But to do that, you have to, you see, Ædan talks about getting off the horse. So the horse feels like the societal collective philosophy. And you will reach a kind of clarity that is your cosmic loom of creativity. There's something you need to make. It doesn't need to necessarily be, you know, a piece of art or something creative in that way. It could be a philosophy to guide, to move others. So I am with that. I'm just going to pause and say to everybody, I will, if I don't get them all done tonight, the people that have sent beautiful donations, and thank you, I will, at every stop on the way to Wales, spend evening time with you to catch up. So, you know, if I don't get to you today, I might do, who knows, there might be a surge of energy comes over me. The only other problem is it takes ages for this to finish uploading. I have to leave the iPad on overnight. So anyway, back to Carol and this creativity. It has to be yours alone. I feel like you're making some kind of connectivity between things, but it has to come from you and not the other. So, yeah, look, this is exactly that energy, Carol. This is vain. This talks about when you're dressed, obsessed and oppressed by the liveries of any thoughts but your own. This is about returning to your truth, your authenticity, your power. The mycelium is offering you. It's almost like they're calling to you. The Natrumor, that energy of the still life. Exit the influence of others, weather the changes of thought by using love as your compass, be yourself socially and brave out life. And then we have Gifu. This is what they're offering you. With Waken. Waken, this card has become really profoundly huge. This is, oh, it's interesting. This is healed. This is when you awaken to the gift of being healed. So there's something here about, yeah, I know I'm talking to you right now, but there are some people you're listening to for spiritual advice who are not giving you the advice you need the advice you know. So this is when you awaken through the harmony of the mycelium, the fungus among us, the council of mushrooms, whatever we call it. They're trying to bring you into your true gifts. That's the power of what's coming through here, your true gifts. I mean, it's really, really strong energy. You know, the Massa Confusa and the Prima Materia. I'm loving that. Did something weird just go on with the light then? I kind of half caught it. Let's have a couple of ceramics. Oh, interesting. So we got 46 and 72. So 72, this is the leech. Oh, the leech, leche. This is the philosophies that you're hearing and you're trying to mold yourself to, and they've been draining you. And then 46 is Was. It's the rising of, you see, this is an upload. You have a mycelium-based physical world upload. Ignore the downloads. You are uploading some earth elemental project. I don't know what you have to do with it, but it's something to do with the inner earth void. Because, yes, this is the Philosopher's Stone. But when you get your second awakening, when these true gifts come on, you will realize that this is the false stone. It's a really important stone. We have to have this stone first. We have to create this stone. But then we have to fold within us. Remember, all of your cells are earth. So it's almost like you're sliding into the inner earth void, and it's within the inner earth void that you return the Philosopher's Stone, and you are gifted with the true stone, the vitriol. So you visit the earth's interior to find the true hidden stone. It's almost like, see, I'm being shown cartography. There's something about the horse card that's sort of saying you've been being carried too fast, and you know that. That's this energy of the Hygeia. Cradled by linear comfort. You need to slow down time to be witnessed. There's something here where, imagine the gift, one of the gifts that needs to be opened in you was a cape. And imagine you as a spirit were a tree, and you have this cape, and you whiz by, and the tree can't move quick enough to put the energy cape on you. And they're like, oh, missed her again. Like if a fly went past us, we can't just catch a fly and put something on it, you know. It's that. You need to slow down. In nature, maybe trees will help you in this, but it's your empowerment is through the element right now of earth to be healed. So fire, water, air, you've done the ideas, you've linked them to emotions, you've edited them, and now it's time to present the earth with the healed you, and have that as your journey forwards. Oh, okay. I'm sure that's fine, Mick Moore. Holly will sort it. I don't look up anybody. I just trust. If you say you paid, you paid. It's the only way we can be. So let's just get a little Goodfellow's Garden to end this, and then I'll move on to the next one. I'm sorry if these are long. I'm really... Yeah, troll. I know it says fear, but that's ignore that for the moment. The troll, this is a jolly troll. This is an earth elemental. Trolls, gnomes. There's something about, there's a seed, a flower, a blossom in the inner earth that's waiting for you to slow down and slip inside. Fabulous. So, I'll put these cards back and I'll look to see who next. Yeah, I know. It's like those, what were those trolls that they had in the 1970s, Carol, that went on pencil tops? It's like one of those. It's something, like I want to say impish. There's something impish about the troll, not, you know, bully troll, scary troll, when we troll ourselves. There's something sort of overly psychedelically, acidically colourful about that little troll. So Sarah is next. It's still so hot. Because when we go into this channeling energy, just everything heats up. And I start to look the colour of a philosopher's stone. I wouldn't mind, but I haven't been in the sun today or for ages. And yet I've gone very, very pink. Yay, Sarah. I'm going to have a little sip of water before I move on. There's so much to do tomorrow. We have to pack, have to leave boxes at a friend's basement. Oh, that was a gulp, not a sip. Holly, that was a bit past the moment that I've decided. We need Hannah Spanner. Doesn't Hannah Spanner live in Wales or something, maybe? Maybe I'm not supposed to say that. I haven't seen Hannah Spanner for a long time, but she was always very much about hydrating. Yeah, there's lots of amazing folklore as well. The Mabinogi, the Welsh fairy stories, amazing stuff. Dragons, stone circles, dolmens, and the beautiful Welsh people. And the valleys, and the mountains, and the forests. Right, Sarah. Here we go. So, musical Alchemy of Astrology, will you please give us an opening for Sarah? Sarah. Well, Sarah, there's a bit of a crash going on. There's a bit of a crash going on. So, we have 3 cards face up and one card face down. So the cards facing up, you see, this is deeply powerful feminine energy, Sarah. Feminine, no, I really want to try and avoid calling it that. It's divine intentional energy. It's, so I was going to say yin and yang energy, that it's yin, but it's yang, but it's yin. You see, yin and yang is not quite as exact. It's 2-3D. This is 5-dimensional, if you want to call it that, just to use an energy. This is Orthumbla. Orthumbla is the holy cow in Norse mythology who licks the frozen salt rime to reveal future physical incarnations. That's interesting. I've never called it that way quite before. Ceres, the seat of the soul. This is the divine feminine, but it's also divine intention. So this is about nurturing, but you can only nurture through self-forgiveness. Sacred female fertility rituals, sacred female cow. This has got something to do with an energy, psyche seeking the soul's home. I'm getting a strong frequency of priestess it's not quite priestess, it's more acolyte, in the age of Taurus, thousands of years ago. It's not Egypt, that's the thing. It's almost like it's so easy to say Egypt, but it is somewhere very, very fertile, very, very advanced. It's referring back to something that is, I want to say like, you were given, you were made to be or to inhabit some kind of temple career. And it wasn't you. It just wasn't you. It could. I'm not saying Vestal Virgins is what it is, but it's got something to do with a chastity vow. And it just wasn't you. It just wasn't you. And so, because Psyche talks about witnessing, looking upon something that they're told not to look upon, almost like going inside a Holy of Holies, because there's something in Orthumbla. She is the divine intention behind the physical frequency of Apis the bull. It could have been a temple where Apis was celebrated, but somehow you were glimpsing inside. You were glimpsing, you see, a Holy of Holies is what's coming through. You saw something you weren't supposed to see. And I think you were then cast out for fear of what you could say. I mean, the point being here that it's almost like you were, you were cast out somewhere in some previous lifetime where you weren't supposed to make it back. Taken so far from somewhere, and yet somehow you did. Someone came, someone helped you, just like in the story of Psyche, when ants help her to do the impossible tasks that Aphrodite sets. There's something here about you've done the impossible before. And the card facing down is interesting because it's the house of today's full moon that's happening right now. And it's got this 972, which is 99. 99 for me is the power number of alchemy, true alchemy. You see, I think, I don't know dates. I feel like this had a deep connection with Mary the Jewess. Yes, that's exactly it. You didn't want to see it, and it's not like you were being nosy or curious. It's almost like, when I was seeing the energy, it's almost like you were asked to go and tidy some Holy of Holy place that you've been in before, and when you open the door to go in, because you weren't supposed to knock, no one's supposed to be in there. It's like catching, the high priestess, having sex, and that you were young and it disturbed you, and then there was a kind of, it's weird because it's not really, it's to do with the vow of chastity in this situation. But I think somehow you met an acolyte of Mary the Jewess, because she's really coming through strongly here. She was the first alchemist, not the first female alchemist. You see, there's this again. Let me go back. Sacred female fertility rituals. It's almost like seeing. I don't know how to put it into words. Seeing copulation of some kind, and that not being the kind of fertility that you later went on to understand, but without having seen that, you wouldn't make the thing. How many are on there? Yeah, so Mary the Jewess is really strong in this energy. This was a thirst for knowledge. It's almost like seeing something, not knowing what you're seeing because you're very young, but it's actually a trigger to understanding differently. Reprogramming. And also this energy of the comfort seeking, like that being cast out energy and seeking comfort. It's like even now, I feel like sometimes you hold on to things really tightly for fear of not losing them, but you being lost to the things. Interesting. Yeah, look, it's personal Yggdrasil tree. This has been an energetic, can't tell you that one yet. This has been an energetic sort of lifetime repeating game of wanting to hide rather than seek. And yet in your heart, the desire to seek is enormous. The desire to deify is huge. But there's this repeated pattern that you've gone through that has been, well, look, it has this energy here. We all have a personal Yggdrasil tree carved with scars, pitted, knotted, and gnarled. So this energy has created a perception of something that can't be healed, but it can, because Ceres is Ceres was a protoplanet. Ceres plays hide and seek as well. So when the astronomers were trying to discover Ceres, she just kept hiding and they found Juno and Vesta instead, Vestal virgins. This is all beginning to have link-ups, but Ceres kept hiding, and then when they finally found her and they published a paper to say of the existence of this planet, there was once, it's an asteroid now caught in the asteroid belt because Jupiter pushed it out of the normal planetary cycle. It's one of the most water-filled asteroids ever. But it can have energy of secrets hidden within it that can block the sacral. So there's a sense of having an overwhelming feeling in, you see, I want to say in my kind of past life experiences, Wassail, Denise, where you feel as though those lives have been withering and they need to wither and they need to go, because actually you're being given all the time this backward energy that we've begun with here, where it all began maybe, but actually the truth is that you've been living completely other past lives in the future, and these patterns just really need to be obliterated because they're not your galactic truth. They're, yes, you did live them galactically, but they're a scar within DNA. Collective DNA, I want to say as well. You're here to heal a collective DNA. And then look, you've got this destiny, you've got this notion. It's like Thor. I want to say, because this is, Psyche falls in love with Eros. And Eros is another energy that's been suppressed. And so he says, please don't look at me. And her sisters say, you should look at him, you should look at him. And then she loses him. So there's something about refinding a wounded hero. That's interesting. Finding the wounded hero. It's really fascinating because there's an energy of human frailty, which is the need to heal another, and yet you are meant to heal this Thor figure, this heroic character. Start sowing fearlessly further onwards. Do not skirt your issues. Do not skirt your issues. The return of lost love. allowing love's breath. Yes, it is a very difficult path, because I think that when you last knew each other in Earth, you were both wounded. But the version of you that knows each other in a past life that's in a future timeline, it's sublime. So yes, it is there on a destiny, but I feel like, you see, I would never say this ordinarily, but this is what's coming through. I would never say you're looking for someone who still hasn't unwounded themselves, but there's something about you, your very arrival will trigger a healing. You just need them to be open to physical sensation and to feel that grounding. Yeah, look, we've got Hell, 76, Divine 13. Hell is hell. It's what Christians named hell after, but hell is the realm where the non-heroes go when they're dead. But hell is also the resurrecting light, the returning light. So there's something about your wound that's no longer wounded. You're meant to be returning to the light. And you've got Ædan, which is 55. Ædan is to burst free from, it's like a bow and arrow, and you're the arrow, and you've been held in this bow for ages, and everything's been shaking and breaking, and it just can't let go. This is about the moment when you actually launch yourself, Psyche, being deified in the heavens so that she can forever dwell with Eros. And remember, Eros is the infantilized love, because originally Eros was the fourth primordial god. And when Aphrodite, Venus came along, so with Aphrodite, Eros became the heroic young man. And then by the time of the Roman period, and it was Venus, then suddenly he's just a fat little cherub. But it's love. It's real, powerful and profound love. So you're breaking free of that energy, the wound, and returning the light of love to the world and to another. It's a really beautiful frequency. Wassail, feel more. So I've got Goodfellow's Garden here. I'm holding them upside down. So it's interesting, you've got communication and tree, throat chakra. There's something here about divine throat chakra. I would say, see, that's really weird. I want to say you're going to meet this person outside. Like, are they a gardener? Are they a farmer? They've got something to do with the natural world. I almost want to say they talk more to nature than they do to humans, but that will change. That will change with you. You see, that's interesting at the bottom. Cricket, teamwork. It will become a team. You will become a team. So Sarah, it's very beautiful, but I think the big energy here is the stories of where this energy came from. It's a collective energy that's still rattling round. You're here to heal it, and you're here to heal it by healing another. And look, I'm never saying that kind of thing, because I think that people shouldn't come together until they've healed themselves. But there's something about you are the healing for this gardener or farmer. Exciting, Sarah. So I'm going to put those cards back, and Holly will tell me who's next on the list. Sorry, you might have said something. I'm so busy looking down. Yes. Sea Mystics. Oh, yeah, Sea Mystics Lighthouse. Hooray! Ah, you had a pirate story in Mexico. It's coming back to me now. You were a cosmic pirate, I seem to recall. Wow, I'm so amazed that came back. So, Sea Mystic Lighthouse. Oh, I'm not taking those two. It's distill and air, just so that you know, but that wasn't right because I need to riffle. I need to riffle that deck before we get started. So yeah, Wales, it's exciting stuff. I'm going to pull that wedge out, go there. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? I like that I could remember that. So, Sea Mystic, we'd like a different story this time. What do you want to bring to Sea Mystic? You see, that's really interesting. So, right, no, look, I'm going to do them in the order that they flashed to me. Where in Wales? Oh, your sister lives there. North Wales is all I know at the moment. Olga's arranged it. It's someone she knows. And I'm like, I just need to come, but don't give me too many details. But I will know when we get there. Yeah, there are links in the description box below. There's a PayPal and a GoFundMe. Right, the first card that showed itself was the Crocus of Venus. So this is divine creation is what it wants to come across as. So the Crocus of Venus is when we bring the frequency. You see, the other thing which I'm going to have to keep an eye on is the power supply on my iPad. So this is self-merged and completed. This is an energy, of the divine marriage. And this is the palace of true reflection. This is being, Crocus of Venus, Crocus of Mars, being in a Hieros Gammus. But hiding just behind this, even though we haven't seen it yet, is Eris. There's something about like that energy of the apple of discourse being thrown into the Trojan War with Aphrodite and Paris having to give it to the most beautiful. Yeah, the links are in the description box. If you just click on the little triangle in the more bit, they'll come up. They're there. Seriously. So there's something about, there's a chaos that needs ordering around you, but the point is that you know how to do it. So Crocus of Venus is I am me. So me is consciousness, whereas I is something wholly actioned. But to bring something into the world, it has to have this cosmic me intention that comes in first. And then the active comes around. So this is to be receptive. It's to be musing of magic. It's the crucible of creation and the divine principle of birthing potential. The second card I saw, which also has a card hiding behind it, was the card that we've just seen, the Philosopher's Stone. What's behind it? Oh yeah, Moon in Gemini. We've just had that new moon in Gemini. This is the energy of coming out of an eclipse tunnel to be celebrated. This is like astral swimming, being able to read a room with ease. But I feel like somehow at the moment, it's almost like a dimming of the powers that you've had recently. Like what you could normally do has slightly been surrounded by a chaos of things that need ordering, that need to be stacked back in, that need to be reprojected. It's interesting, reprojected, like hemfurled. There's something about Eris. Eris is really interesting. Eris, you can see, is a little bit like Mars. She is Mars's sister, or she's Eris' sister. And she is meant to be like sacred rage and to be rocked off course and all of these kinds of things. The chaotic creatrix. But what she really is she's a rebel. And she's an energy that comes around when structure and form needs to be broken. When people demonstrate an ego that needs to be shaken. So she's the divining ego leveler. She is the breaker of entrenched boundaries, the positive force of destruction to restore love. So it feels like that's what's going on with you at the moment. You're trying to restore in an inner world a love for everything, to see the beauty and the love inside everything. That's really interesting as well. So I'm now being shown this Janus Geminis, this eclipse tunnel, this interior world that you're trying to get out of. It's almost like this version of you is too big to come out the door. Like, I need more information, because I wanted to say it feels like a chaos that's still spinning around you, that's part of a sort of philosophical transformation that you've had, but somehow it's like hoarding physical characteristics. They've been part of you and you have let go of them, but you're still carrying them. That's interesting. Like the cosmic pirate maybe, I don't know, but it's like there are energies, gifts you came in with. It's almost like you came in with too many gifts. That's an interesting concept. You came in with too many gifts and you've activated so many of them that it's almost like Santa can't get his bag through the chimney pot. So what are you going to do? I feel like you're going to give them to other people. You're just going to leave them because you know there are more interesting gifts outside that tunnel. Wow, that's really interesting. That is really interesting. Like you've done with the South Node. You've done with it. Put down the bag of the South Node. That was the door you went in. Come out the other door. Moon superhero. Yeah, please remember that some of these stories will link into you because we do share things. Oh, come now, come now, come now. So this is the Ophilogu. Look, this is really, I've never seen it. It's a glass top table. I keep having trouble getting the cards up. Something about this. There's something about this and this symbol combined being of great power to you. I'll hold them there so you can take a screenshot, but you need to move this one between those two and it will become some kind of sigil of power to help you. This is Ophilogu. This is the highest cosmic ocean. This is where you meet the dragon Nithogir, the physical world dragon that lives on the shores of Hell, Helheimir. And this is the dragon that slays many people who lack the confidence to be in their truth. Wassail Eve. So this is facing your fears. I feel like you don't need, it's like you don't need to. I feel like you and this dragon are friends. So this is an Ophilogu. An Ophilogu is an energetic cape. It's a frequency that will be gifted to you. Like I was gifted Odin of the White Raven and also recently Hela the Hoary Heart. So there's a gift that's ready for you when you decide to put down all those South Node gifts, all those traumas, all those worries, and just go, do you know what? They're all the wounds, and I don't need to take them with me, even though they contain magical gifts that I've learned. I'm going out the door, liberated and healed. That seems to be a new message that's quite strong. Let's see if we can find out what your... Yeah, Holly's doing the moderations. So what have we got here? So this is interesting. This is a mending energy. This is Nidavellia. You see, there's something here. Like it's like they're being given the energy of the elven healer, like because I'm being shown an elf stitching wounds. So are you being given the gift of being an elven healer? You know, all those other gifts, this is different. This is like, this has almost got the energy of air, the resurrectrix. Interesting. I'm going to shuffle another one. An elven healer. Alchemy is the highest cosmic heaven. It's the elven ring. Oh, there's something about you stitch souls back into the elven ring who are lost in the shadows. So you're like a kind of, you see, I want to say lighthouse, but that's in your name. That feels like I'm reaching too near it. But you are a beacon, stitching folk back, the lost souls of the elven light. You get some really weird, profound cosmic pirate, elven healer now. Wassail Shelley Rain. So what have we got here? You see, that's so interesting. This came out in a reading the other day. Not this bit. So this is health, restore, okay? That's to restore. That's the healer part. That's the ability you have. This is physical. So you are stitching people back into the elven light, but you only stitch them back into the elven light when you heal them in the physical. And then you have Knafa. This is the old blood songs, the old wounds. It's half of this symbol. That's what you stitch back. You stitch back so that people can actually fit themselves back into their journey, but up there and down here. Let's get a Goodfellow's Garden. I love this little deck. So you can get this on Jess's channel, Goodfellow's Garden. I should have put a link in, but... Let's see what gives. Oh. I want them to fall. I don't want them to get caught in the deck. I want an ending for this Elven healer. There we go. Seriously, I don't know what to say about that. It's elsewhere. It's 8th chakra. You see, 8th chakra, let's not call it chakra necessarily. It's patterns, healing patterns. This is also an energy of architects of the cosmos. When you build your own cosmos, you know the patterns of life. That's the energetic opalagu coming to you. Patterns, shapes, sacred geometry. Go look at a corn circle, watch it become three-dimensional. That's where it begins somehow. Are they healing codes? Well, okay, so that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it in your lighthouse. So let's put those back. Who's next? Poem and the Poetess. Poem and the Poetess. Poem and the Poetess. So if I vanish, my iPad ran out. I'm hoping it would tell me if it was low. The plug's so far away and there's no extension lead. Oh, what's that over there? That's not. And another one behind there. Oh, might be able to get behind there if I swing round. Thank you, Shelley. Oh, cool. I'm glad you loved it, Mystic. So, sorry, Poem and the Poetess. Poem and the Poetess. Poem and the Poetess. So, can we please have a message for Poem and the Poetess? If that is Philosopher's Stone again. Sure, I saw a flash of red. Oh, no. Interesting. So, you begin with Gaia, Uranus, Uranus. This is the primordial thought changer, the glass harmonica. This is consciousness. Uranus is about to shift into Gemini. On the 7th of July, it will go back out, but it will come back in mid-April and will stay there until 2033. This is a big change coming for you. It's asking me to ask you, what do you have philosophically that's really fixed, that's kind of like Aquarius fixed, where you, if someone suggested that you change the meter of something, you'd be like, There's something here about platinum, clarifying your doubts and bringing you into a galactic alignment, changing you, leveling out things, sky deity, sky, the skylines, the birds' patterns in the sky, cosmic rivers of consciousness, poetic streams of consciousness, a guardian of veils and a keeper of dimensional doors. You've been a guardian on a realm. I also want to say like you've been a judge or not a judge in a kind of, law courts kind of way. I mean a judge of, or an examiner. That's a much better word for it. Examining. And I feel that when you examine things, I want to say teacher too, mentor, and then examiner, and you loved to examine, but it's like there are lots of different ways in which we can make judgment or connection, understanding on certain things, but your way of marking something was how moved to tears you were. It's a really amazingly beautiful energy. You see, you have resin. You have resin. The golden tears of acacia. There's something here. It's like people passed their exam, their scholarship, their education, when they sweetened your frequency or your understanding of something that you were moved to tears. That's the energy expelling hardened sap. See, expelling. I want to say you hold the highest standards. Rigid. And that's what the fixed part was. You have very, very high, rigid standards. Yeah, that's really interesting. And it's only when someone, I feel like, I feel like people have to show you a cosmos, but it has to be that they show you a cosmos in which they have set up something so cosmically, architecturally perfect that it's a place where shadows can't exist anymore. It's a place of unity. It's like you examine acolytes, or you do it. There's another aspect of your soul that is doing very much this right now. And then you have embers, the golden path. This is the stellar nursery. It's theme and variations. The theme is love. The variations are how love is formed as a wall, a barrier to the darkness and the pains of shadows. That's what you do in this galactic, glowing, golden path, star creation energy. You birth, that's interesting to say you birth stars, but actually this, oh my goodness. So when people pass this test, then they can birth in the physical. Why are you here though? I think there's a part of you examining humanity, examining how all of the versions of the world and cosmos that people created rub shoulders together, how the bubbles knock together. I feel like that's what you're doing. You're reporting back to someone or some group. So, come on. Liffruma, a little bit more on this examining energy. So, not necessarily you here physically, but you up there galactically, you're a really well rarefied but recognized, like a galactic professor. Hello. Yeah, it's something to do with, I think your speciality up there is actually the frequency, the harmonics of planetary alignment. So sorry if this is quite hard to take in, but in particular, you specialize in moons. You know, like moons that exist around Neptune or around Jupiter. That's your special field. Oh, it's the emotional language that orbits physical space. That's interesting. It's not helping you much here, though. Oh, yes, look, yo. I want to say this ability is a dark creative mirror hidden within you. That's really interesting. So, yeah, you're not just here looking at people. You're here reviewing shadows. You're here reviewing the energy of what happens to dark creative love. Interesting. That's shut out from the light when there's been a filtering. I think you're looking for, I don't know how to word this. You're sorting love into dark and heavy love and light and liberating love, but it's almost like this is a syllabus that needs to be reintroduced. What are you doing? So, I'm going to get some... That's so weird, this dark mirror energy. It's like you're... Yeah, there's a kind of librarian energy to it, but there's also this real frequency of head of department looking to change the syllabus. You got Mona twice. Look, you are a moon specialist. You have some kind of like cosmic PhD in moons and emotions. What is going on? And then you have Tyr. Tyr is a proto-god. Tyr was god of gods. Tyr is compassion. I feel like you feel like there's there's a dark side of love that's going to be introduced as a new syllabus, a new understanding, like the darker side of love. Okay, so what I'm being told is love has been infantilized. You are the poet and the poetess. So there's something here about purring poetry, love poetry, that kind of thing, but it's wanting you're down here because love is behind everything, but it's become simplified. It's become this kind of weird emoji. It's just love. And when you go back to the Anglo-Saxon times and Old English, there are so many words for love, and poetry is about this connection. You're looking for lost emotions. You're looking for the dark side of love, not in a stalking kind of energy way, but just you're looking for the frequency of love so deep it hurts. And you're a professor of emotions. Wow. So, let's get a Goodfellow's Garden. Mushroom. I see poison, and it's really interesting because it's a perception. You're looking for the love, the mushrooms, that is seen as poisonous, but is genuine. You're looking for the, not the murkier, but the, I want to say the deeper, the stronger, the bulldozer of love. That's really interesting. So, Poet and the Poetess, that's your... You see, and I feel like that card wanted to come out. You're searching the galaxy. So, Holly, who's next? I've got to strengthen my bladder. I love doing personal readings, can I just say? Because it just makes me feel so joyous. So David Rowe, what are you trying to tell us about God the Creator? So Ivana first. Yes, unconditional love, but what do you want to say about it, David? I just need to know if you're hearing true unconditional love. So am I doing Ivana next? Oh, next is Nourish. Okay. So next is Nourish. Ooh, Nourish. Step aside now, please. That is God. This is unconditional love. This is Poimanda. This is the dragon that is the mind of all creation. So this is polyphony to unism. This has got an energy of a kind of resolving dimensions, bringing you into a kind of alignment. So I'm being shown at the moment there's a thread that's linking you to various interdimensional aspects of your soul that are having some kind of temporary alignment, because it's coming with Taurus. Venus is in Taurus at the moment, fixing into Earth, crystallizing your growth. It's like you've got the full symphony orchestra, and the symphony orchestra is all in that kind of warming up, checking their instruments, getting everything ready, but they're about to play a huge symphony. Massive. I'm just going to read you the back of Aqua Regia. It dissolves noble metals. So I am Poimanda. So Poimanda, for those of you that don't know, was the black dragon that entered the mind of Hermes Trismegistus and told him that he was the dragon of all creation. He was the source of everything. in all the different multiverses. So this is the mind, the dragon of creation, the mason of the multiverses, the establisher of every known law, L-O-R-E, the ineffable and unknowable universal oneness. You're being lined up for some kind of unison moment that's coming towards you. So let's keep going. Amassing density. I feel like this energy now with this moon in Sagittarius, there's a noble and majestic presence in this energy, but there's also an energy of temporary heaviness. There's a heaviness as this, it's like as this galactic energy comes down, it has to anchor. And at first it will feel a bit bloaty, a bit heavy, a bit waterlogged, emotional. But then it will switch to some kind of lightness. That's the interesting part. It just needs to, it's like it was a dry channel. And so first of all the water and the emotions have got to come through that channel. And they're coming from multiple realms. So arsenic, house 6, swan transformation. This is a big energy. See that bloating, that toxicity, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is metalloid to crystal. What doesn't kill you? What's your poison? Firming up. 669, outer world, divine energy coming through. Blossoming. Let me look at the dark side because I feel that's what you're going to feel first of all. There's something here where the things you do in the outer world at the moment sour your energy. They upset your inner world. You're not being allowed to tiptoe, dance, skip through life in the way that you're meant to. And that's what I think's going to be transformed. There's like a new set of rhythms beginning to sing, slip drums, binary rhythms, cleaning out. There's something here about all the grey has to go away and you have to be left with the gateposts of the dark and the light, the loves and the dislikes, all of those energies. And all of the grey in between needs to be frothed away, cleared away. It's like the first chord of the symphony orchestra shifts all of the old, the corrosive engine ending, the dissolving of the noble metals of Poimander, of the dragon of inspiration, and the cosmos cleans everything out, and then you have Follows. It's like all along that line that's a long list, Holly. So there's this is the law of intended consequences, but it's centaur bubbles. They've been clogging your communication. They've almost been like a kind of net curtain of bubbles and fizzes. And they're about to be just removed. Bam! That kind of energy. It transforms. Unmasking the unseen. Keeper of personal secrets. It's almost like there's a it's like there's a hose pipe and then there's all this foam and it's coming out of the hose pipe, and it's just because it all needs cleaning out, because there's something completely new and transformative that has to come in. But there's two endings as options. That's the interesting thing. There's two different endings. What's going on? Oh, you've got fail. Fail, mobile wealth. This is about captured form, festering. This is what's being cleared out. All the old stuff, all the static, all the possessed energies, what was hemming you in, what was penning you in, atoms wrestling, molecules jostling, whims of wealth, will to melt and die back. This is transformative, this is starting over, this is new beginnings, but there's something really mobile in this frequency, this ability to shift and to move. That was very clappy clap. So it's about a review. So this is Hengatrue. And it's really interesting because what it's saying is you do a review so that you can hang true to you, to be true to yourself. And that's what Poimander brings in. Poimander removes, corrodes down, completely changes everything. It's being at the base of the Yggdrasil tree and Mimir's well, where Odin gave his eye for wisdom. But Odin spent the rest of his life looking for further wisdom. And I think here, you're being told that it's time for the review to end, because you've got Waken. It's so weird how Waken is becoming like the card of Chiron in the other deck. Be healed. Wake up and be healed. You can keep reviewing. You can keep rehanging yourself on the hangman's loose, looking for a new divine perspective, but it's time to just acknowledge a divine healing took place, that you healed. I mean, the fact that you've got Aqua Regia, you've got Poimander here, you've got Pholus. Pholus can often represent the toxic life bubbles that cling to us, the thoughts that we don't quite remove. Almost like you're a Christmas tree hanging upside down and you've got to kind of shake all the Christmas baubles off. Because yeah, they're really pretty, but you are far more pretty without the decorations, in your truth, in your natural, well, pine needles is really waken and originate. There's something within you that's new, that's fresh. The really important part of your message is you're done, you've healed. When will you say that? So that I'm being reminded of that thing where someone says to you, how are you? You say, not bad. Oh, I'm okay. There's this real need within you to say, do you know what? I'm fantastic. I'm really, really feeling fabulous. It's amazing. I feel great. And you know what? It will annoy people. But it's almost like a kind of practice that needs to come in. So you've got Anwheeler. Anwheeler is a punctuation. Okay, thank you, Wendy. I mean, I'll do as many as I can today, but then tomorrow when I get to a hotel or a place to stop overnight, I'll sit down and do some more. to catch up. I'll get a list. This is Anwila. This is willfulness. This is to let go of the past. This is to stamp a new energy to move forwards with. And your new energy is healed. You are healed. Poimander's here to embrace you. The centaur bubbles have popped. And then 32, Tawadness. This is Skald, the Norn of the future. This is the new energy awaiting to embrace you. And then I think here we've got 42, which is Candle. This is the inner frequency of our sacral torch. There's a great big cosmic flame, the music of the spheres, the sun, and all those energies. But this is how it reflects inside us. And quite often we feel as though it's a flame that's been blown out, that we've lost the spark, but it's never gone. It's just we don't see it. The best place to see a flame is in the darkness, not on a beach. So there's something here about recognizing where you are your brightest. I'm not saying that means going in the shadows. What I need to understand is this alignment. Why is there all this other realm energy? Because it came through and then it went quiet. Give me a moment. I actually want this. What is the alignment? Why are you aligning? What's the purpose of that aligning frequency through these different realms? I can't pick it up off the floor. Semi-sextile, tangible path of potential. It's a 9/8 rhythm. It's the lapping waves. It's almost like this is the many pathways from the music of the spheres in other dimensions that has to come through to create this awakening. It's almost like that's interesting, like you're a vehicle or a car or an engine or something, and these are like, fuel stations that are coming through, and they're family, they're antimony. So you've got arsenic and antimony. This is an energy of weight, something that feels heavier than it can as it amasses density before lightning. Acid resistant, that's interesting. Acid resistant antimony, and yet this can destroy. This aqua regia is an acid that can dissolve noble metals, things that can't be. So this is silence, and this is ever vigilant. These pathways are like, they're not, well, they are soul family, but when I say soul family, I mean not other individuals, but this is the energy of your soul being its own family. I don't mean you're alone. I just mean at this very moment, you are being contacted, called, fed, nurtured by you from other realms. It's a really important, tangible path of potential. It's just really interesting. There's incoming possibilities from other realms. So I've got Goodfellow's Garden just to sort of bring us. Yeah, look. It's the galaxy singing through. It's like the galaxy, you are a galaxy. You are a star at the center of a galaxy. You are frequency pumping through the veins of a galaxy. You are self-recreating. This is truly your swan transformation. Ah, you've got 6969, see? A divine outer transformation. Wake up to the changes. Wake up to what was the toxic bubbles of poison. Wake up to this energy. Blossom. Renew your faith. Find hidden rhythms dancing. Break routines. Stop sticking with what you know. Really interesting. The changes made will change your life. 6969. Well, actually, it's 66969. Yeah, I did get a galaxy. Galaxy, yeah. I was thinking I didn't do a Goodfellas Garden. Wow. So right at the moment, you are you in realms. You are a star shining down to your own cosmos. Phenomenal star. So, who is next? Thanos 808. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to not go for the weed, but I really think I need to run to the toilet and I can't stop it. So can you all just have a little chat among yourselves? I would pose a question for you to dig around and answer, but you can just chat among yourselves. I love it when you chat among yourselves. And I will be back in a second to do Thanos 808. La 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 la. Whew. That's better. Hello back, everyone. So Thanos. Yeah, that was a definite. Yeah, the list has to be closed today. I don't know how many more there are. I don't even know what the time is. I don't want to know. I could crash out at any point. Not me, but the power to the iPad could just die. So Thanos, 808, 808. Say Thanos 808, Lionsgate. Cosmic Egg in the Lionsgate. Yes, obviously. Excuse me, now I'm burping. Every donation is appreciated because I'm trying to get myself to Wales to search for the red dragon. Just have a bit more water now because the blood has been emptied. Ah. So we have here 8/4, lunar eclipse. Sorry, I feel like I don't pay enough attention, but I have so many readings to do. An amalgamation. So what's the energy I'm getting here? You feasted on shadows. You see, there's something here in this energy, Thanos, where it's saying you feasted on the shadows. It's now time to amalgamate with the nutrients in the shadows. I'm clapping because there's like a whole series of guides, cosmic beings. They're all applauding. See, I want to say your love of the darkness, your fearlessness of the darkness. So there is a realm that involves the solar plexus, the third eye, and then all the molecules. I want to say there's something diplomatic in this energy, like the karma of anger, calm. They who can calm anger in others. Soothing, there's a soothing energy, there's a Juno energy. Juno, Minerva wisdom. Cathartic conclusions, sunless solutions. You see, there's something about tapping, reprogramming, cellular reprogramming, rhythmic drumming, really light, like the clapping. You see, they're not just applauding, they're tapping rhythms. There's rhythm to fill shadows. This is really confusing. It will come because I'm being shown and given energetic origami to unfold. Yeah, it's a really big space. I want to say to people, this moon now, right now, is massive. It's really profoundly powerful. It's the lowest moon in 18 years, and it will be the lowest moon for another 18 years. It's got all of that kind of lunar eclipse, Saros series, 18 years, 11 days and 8 hours. That's what this is. It's like a tapping of cycles, a tapping of rhythms. But this has got this calming, silvery, sustained vibraphones. There's something in the energetic shaping of this tapping that's also to do with not just vibraphones but vibrato, with the wave pattern. And I'm burping a lot here now, as if to say there's something about an energy you do, your group, your guides, your beings, your tribe. They do this kind of, it's almost like patting the air around something to break away clay, static, stickiness. It's like an immortal elixir of rhythmic, I want to say miniaturism. There's something going on in the cells, in the blood, in the pumping. So let's carry on. That was just from that bit. Sorry, people. Because you see, look, what's so lovely is everyone's got all these different gifts, and trying to tap into them and to describe them is really interesting. This is fascinating. South Node. The gifts, not that you came in with, well, you did. You came in with this gift, but this is working with the gifts that others came in with. You're tapping away at the clay, the static, and then there's like people tapping away in the auric fields, doing shifting. I'm being shown energies of culturally accepted larger frequencies, even how, that's really interesting, even how it somehow can sometimes go into an energy where it goes over the top and pushes into this frequency of sort of like aggressive punching or fighting, but it all begins with this, it's just saying that this is just the microscopic cellular rhythmic nudging, and it has to have the other extreme, which is that energy of something aggressive. I'm not saying you have that aggression, it's trying to describe that, because the next two cards are Eros, the ultimate panacea, and Chariklo. And this is coming across as the very gentleness, the very calmness that is required. The boundaries must be enforced. It's like softening hurts. It's a gift where you can, I want to say, I'm seeing like that energy where people's legs bounce, like there's a kind of vibrating nervousness, because that frequency is quite fast. There's this tapping energy that's going on where your auric field on many occasions creates this frequency to stop the energy of others coming towards you. So it creates this ripple, like on an ocean, on a lake, a stone drops in and the ripples go out. This is something where when you're in company, it's like you're not, it's like you can't stop doing it. It just goes on, and it's breaking down the aura of other people, and it's held together as the ultimate panacea. It's a healing frequency. You are giving galactic kisses and ambrosial embraces. But it's so weird. It's in this tapping energy. Tapping in auric fields, keeping things light, not allowing things to tip over. So we had a few spinners. Here we have Björk. You see, all I'm getting is this. So now I'm connecting to Björk. There's been a forest fire. There's been like a scorched earth policy. And underneath the ground, it's beginning. The tapping. It's going along the roots. And it's trying to find new spaces, new openings to tap, to get the new, to grow, to create. It's really, really interesting. But I imagine somehow, is it quite exhausting? Because I feel like sometimes, I feel like a St. Vitus dance, I feel like St. Vitus eye, I feel like I feel like, headache energy where you would like it to stop. And it's such a beautiful gift. It's very odd. Let me keep going. This is so interesting. Tap, tap, tapping. I feel a little bit like it's herding as well. Seeing ants following in circles. Seeing like sheepdog nudging in. There's something about it's to keep them on the right path. But I do think sometimes you're not conscious of it. So we got Hertecker. I think that's what you're seeking out. You're seeking out pain in others. And it's almost, so what do I want to say you are? Like a team of galactic sculptors. And you're going in and you're chiseling trauma. You're chiseling it away. You're moving it out. You're doing this change. You're going through. And they're working with you. It's like, if you sat down and you concentrate, it's like chisel raking. You're doing this really strange, or you have the gift to do it. I don't know if you know you're doing it, but I do think sometimes you feel, do you know the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips? That's what I'm hearing. This energy where you're being almost vibrated and carried. Chiseling away at others' blockages. But it's you and your team. It's not you alone. Oh yes, she did. I saw that video. She had a turkey tapping on the door. But this is a really cleaning frequency. Look, see this, 65. This is witchcraft. It's magic, but can you see how it's like a line full of ups and downs? Tap, 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 tap. This is elder shamaness, sorceress, frequency, Anglo-Saxon, Norse mythology. They were the female shamans, the elders, elderflower, elderwood, elderberry. See if you can find elder. You've got 17. You've got here, the smelter. You see, that's what it is, it's chiseling energy. He does something with hammer blows. Yeah. And you've got moon, 39. To recognize toxic emotions, hard emotions, and you're just doing this energy and I need more runes. This is a really interesting, where are you from? Yeah, you've got Elks. Elks 15, I can't, won't show very well. Versatility, and look, this is the Helm of Ore. This is almost like a blueprint. It's coming across as a blueprint. It's like you're trying to get people back to this shape when they're often appearing as this shape, almost like an undefined torus salt energy, like you're tapping away at bitterness, and this is the blueprint, and you keep tapping until they return to that, till they bark, whistle, sing, bray, bleat. You're bringing people back to authentic communication, almost like taking the human out of the robot shell. Like I'm seeing hammered copper. Oh look, that's interesting. You've got moon cycles as well, so you've got a double moon energy. But yours is about hammering away at the wrong song, the wrong tune, the wrong emotion. Yeah, I think that's what it is referring to, but this is cosmic tapping. It's not just earth-based, this is really, it feels like a kind of, like the source of the EMT. It feels like this is being connected to where it started. And being with a whole team of doctory nursey people who just don't stop tapping. They are like drummers, they are rhythms, it's sacred. It's the binary slick drum that came through at the beginning. It's communication, it's melody. But melody has to be brought back to its purest form before the song can be resung. And then you've got travel. I feel like you do this, oh my God, you do it in your sleep as well. You do in your sleep, you gather, I think you're tapping out a new realm. Your gang, your tribe, they're tapping out the shape of a new realm. And this tapping that's going on in this world is you're seeking people who can come to that realm, who can open a thread of their consciousness into that realm. It's got something to do with this, it's like the reproductive cycles of gut bacteria being slowed down to be controlled by the harmony of the mycelium. It's about a transformation of the speed at which linear time is lived. So, tap, tap, tap away. So, who is next, Holly? So, sorry, Greenleaf, Professor Greenleaf. Professor Greenleaf. Professor Greenleaf. So how many more tonight? Because it's like, must be nearly midnight. Oh, no, you put them in the wrong pile. How many are left? Okay, I might have to do the next set, however many it was, tomorrow. I have to write down all the names in case Holly's not there. Can you just give me a quick list and I'll just quickly type them into my phone. Okay, so Greenleaf is 8. Yeah, I can't do that many. I can't do 16. So what I will say is that tomorrow when I get to wherever we get to on the journey to Wales, I will do another live, but I won't do your reading unless you're here. I will keep holding that list until you're here. So can I just get a list now, possibly, of the 8 people to come? It's a pleasure, Thanos. That was really interesting. I don't know whether you get some Vitus dance in your legs, but that was really, it was like being tapped and touched all over. Or perhaps, Holly, at the end, you could put it in a comment of the 8 people left to be done and I can pin it or something. Trouble is, I can't get into this for about 12 hours sometimes because YouTube takes so long to upload and process live videos. Okay, cool. Let me just get that. So, Larissa Anderson. And we will get to in a moment, Professor Wendy I. Pamela Alexander. Oops. Pamela Alexander, Nadia Moreira. Oops. Nadia Moreira. Sherry and Ivana. Sherry Rain. Oh, I didn't get an E on the end of that. I did put one in, Shelly, and then he took it away. Ivana Diaz. Is Ivana in Brazil? Is it that Ivana? Catherine Lewis. Catherine Lewis and Yamago. Cool, right, I have that list. So, oh yeah, Portugal. That's right, I'm so sorry. So here we go, Professor Greenlee. So I'm doing Professor Greenlee tonight, and then tomorrow I will start on the other 8. You're all very, very beautiful, kind people for helping me get to Wales. Look, you've got Poimander as well. Poimander, as I said earlier, is the mind of everything. He came to Hermes Trismegistus and he said, I am the dragon of creation. I am the mason of the multiverses, the establisher of every known law, ineffable and unknowable, universal oneness. Polyphony to unison, silence. Can hear you demanding that of a class. Quiet! Yeah, there's real stillness. Stillness, rule breaker. Oh, you see, that's what I think's coming through here. You were a naughty rule breaker and now you have to hold rules for others. So, you've also got, this is very strong energy, solar eclipse. So the next, what's that in my mouth? The next solar eclipse, there. There's a moustache hair, obviously. solar eclipse, I want to say there's something in this energy about strip everything back, go into a stillness, take away all the frequencies, and just begin with the sun and the moon. Begin with the energy of being in an eclipse tunnel, an A and an E. Actually, A first for the moon, E for the sun, because it will be a total lunar eclipse on the 7th and the total partial solar eclipse on the 21st. This is resetting energy, centering on a new now. It's also an interdimensional point of transformation. So pause for unexpected frequencies. I'm not saying don't talk for 2 weeks. I'm saying practice some awareness of the visible silence. This is reclaiming sacred breath. It's also a musical suspension, which is interesting because it's only an A and an E. There's not a suspension here. So we need to watch out for what is the musical suspension? What is the other part of the energy playing in to this frequency here? I feel like I'm seeing a guardian, like a cloaked figure. It's not male or female, it's just an energy in a black cape, the yellowy green face. Well, it's not even a face, it's just like energy in an oval egg head shape. There's no features, and yet weirdly it's doing this. I know I can't help myself. There's no expression on its face. It's just tipping its head like it's looking and it's listening and it's waiting for something. I think it's waiting for this musical suspension. But it's really weird how energetically it's so like an emotion written across its face. Ah, interesting. So here's the suspension. It's B. It's a cerebral pause. It's Eris. It's got Leo and Scorpio energies, but it's very much the B of consciousness. But I feel like it's a really high octave. So B, A, and E. Interesting. Let me just look on a keyboard. A, B, E. Yeah, it's got this energy. It's like you go into the eclipse tunnel, you go through the lunar eclipse door, and instead of that lunar eclipse having the C of the earth involved in the frequency with an A, C, and an E, there's this frequency of this B and A coming through as a major second, acting like a laser, trying to cut through. It's almost like, I want to say like a lobotomy of peace. There's some kind of like migraine relief, some kind of settling. And that's really weird because it's Eris Chaos Maker. But there's something soothing that comes in this eclipse tunnel. A real peace, a peace. Yeah. North Node. So have a look in your natal chart if you have it and see what you have in Pisces. See also what house number Pisces is, because this is where the North Node is currently. It's the dragon's head. It's an augmented fourth now. So an augmented fourth, hang on a minute, F sharp to C, F to B. It's not showing there, but I feel like in your augmented fourth, C and F sharp, there's something, I feel like it's B and F. Like there's an augmented fourth is the devil's interval. An augmented fourth is when the sound needs a resolution. And there's something about the B going to the C and the F going to an E. It's bringing you into a space of solar, life force, happiness. Like something really seriously changes during the 7th to the 21st of September. A really big change in your world. Something that was unresolved finds its resolution. Oh no, I don't want that one. That's interesting. But there's something... You see, I'm being shown, I'm not saying you necessarily, that I'm being shown you as like a rebel hockey stick girl, player, person. Sort of a disruptor energy. Oh, okay, well that's definitely there, but there's something about, I want to say, not jolly hockey sticks, but there's an energy of don't mess. Okay, really, really, there's a frequency here of bully off, which was the thing they used to do where they click the sticks together in hockey. That's what I'm seeing. Also that sort of, very much those old black and white movies of Centrillions. Were you quite a naughty girl? So yeah, there's a destiny awaiting in Pisces. Something, Pisces is house 12, can be something different in your own chart, but in the collective energy, it's house 12, and it's got that real sense of the thing that needs releasing to, you know, like the old lady that swallowed the fly, just cough up the fly, don't bother swallowing all the other things. It's time to take the fly out of the ointment. So you've got Gununga Gap, the start of everything new underneath Aqua Regia. So it's something that will be corroded, something that will be removed. Oh my God, I'm purged, I'm passed away, Dej. Right, this is really interesting, pay attention. 0 is kind of like the energy of the blank rune. It's where it all begins. And in the Elder Thuthark, the original 24 runes, it went from 1 to 24, and they included a blank rune, which we number as 0. But look at how this is the purging point between light and shadow, the irritation. But the point being, it's like going from the 0 card in tarot all the way through to 21, the world. This is from 0 to 24. Everything is being accomplished here. Everything unnecessary is being corroded by Poimander. Everything that's necessary or unnecessary is being purged. There are new opportunities that Orthumbla the Holy Cow is licking from the salt rime to bring towards you. Oh look, Gaederum. This is the harmony of the mycelium. So look, There is the Gununga gap. There is the esoteric space through which all new physical creations are brought in through divine, intentional yin-yang frequency, and then the skin has to be put on it. Here is the Gununga gap in the physical world opening to receive all of this new physical skin energy, materialization, harmony of the mycelium. The fungus is working with you through this tunnel. So, look, earth grab. There's something here because we've also got with it Gar, which is the astral rivers of the future, the pantry, the storeroom in which we hide our wounds and in which we hide all the wonderful things yet to come, but we don't go that far into the pantry, so we keep noticing the troublesome things. But look at this and this shape. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Look at the transformation. It's like the dry earth. The energy of your life is now ready and open to receive because it's you see, look, we always say yin and yang. We say the feminine is the receiving energy. This is coming across as the masculine molecular world, the skin around which forms around all the intentions, is open to receive the divine feminine intentional programming and close down and bring that energy of the Gununga gap. I can't pick it up now. Of the Gununga gap into the heart, as if there's a whole new projection to come from the heart to create future energies. It's really kind of it's got really simple frequencies, simple movements to transform everything, but it's between in this eclipse tunnel because you come out of that solar eclipse door holding yourself as the calm in the eye of the storm around you. As your destiny is to remain, I don't want to say just calm because it's more than calm, to remain the knowing, soothing, you see, shield wants to come out, but it's not a shield. The moon has come out again. I know it's a full moon today. This is masculine moon, man in the moon. This is about that energy of seeing something very, very differently. You know, we put goddess energy on the moon, and then we've got, and it's masculine in this rune deck, this is Watagafal. This is mystical healing, stabilizing emotions, dancing with waters, samba with the sound of water's ceaseless laughter, and your destiny. This is a point that you're meant to reach. Again, this is really feeling like we're all beginning to come to a point where we're reaching a cycle of being healed and no longer having to do a healing. Because there is that old adage where they're like, oh yeah, but the healing on a spiritual path is never done. Why not? The point is, we're spiritual when we're dead. We came here to live a divinely human life. And yeah, that sometimes takes a first and a second awakening, but that's true purpose. So yeah, time to be divinely human is what seems to be coming in, to be healed, to no longer think when's the next tower moment. They're gone. They've all been removed. They don't exist anymore. So, what have we got all the way over there? Oh, gift horse. The healing is a gift horse for which we should be grateful rather than in anticipation of the next tower. Professor, don't let that gift horse in the mouth because it will just contain a load of burly Trojans. I really like this. I'm sure that looking a gift horse in the mouth must have a different link than the Trojan War, but I am going to have to go away and look at them because I'm curious. So I'm sorry, I'm just still shuffling the gardens because I feel like there was something else to come. There's something sharpening up of the senses that comes in with the healing. Oh, look. Don't just look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't kiss a frog. Just accept that it's peaceful. Oh, look. Gratitude and peace is your destiny. Yeah, lucky frog. But it is that energy. The gift is, the destiny is, the mystical healing's done. You now samba with water's ceaseless laughter. The astral rivers of, what is it called? The astral rivers of the dream realms are pouring once more. It's a whole new astral. It's the astral that we inhabit when we're healed. It's a different astral. Doesn't have all that nightmarish sticky molasses energy. It's something really divine. Give yourself permission, but also give yourself gratitude for reaching your healing. Because the thing is we're always told to give gratitude to the universe, but the universe offers that frequency to everyone, regardless. And it's when we choose to recognize that we are the ones that walk the mystical path to our own healing destiny and embrace it, give ourselves permission to be healed, that we need to give ourselves some gratitude, pat ourselves on the back for arriving there. Yeah, there's loads of other frequencies, archetypes and energies that we've lent on to get there. But the point is we walked the path. We were the ones that reached and crossed every threshold that came in the way. And at some point you will just know. I mean, yours is when you come out of this eclipse tunnel, you got 3 months. So get all your grumping out of you, get the last towers out, ring them out, and just know that this is a destiny of joyfulness. You've got destiny twice. You've got cosmic destiny of your consciousness and you've got earth destiny of the physical world. It's just lovely. So I'm really sorry that there's another 8 of you. I will start on your reading tomorrow, as long as this one's uploaded, because that's the other problem I have. But it should have by the morning. It doesn't always. But so thank you all so very much. Thank you especially to Holly. Yeah, that was really nice to end on. I really enjoyed that. Thanks, Prof. It was really calm and really gentle and really, like sword energy. It just went, oh, do you know what? Let's just cut all of that away and let's not do it anymore. And everyone else. So I will start your readings tomorrow. So thank you so much. We're off to Wales. We'll have a nice time. So wassail everybody, and I'll see as many of you as can make it tomorrow. Bye. I think that's the button.